Hello, readers. I'm Jen Spencer. Welcome. This is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Hi, readers. I'm Jen Spencer. We're getting closer to Christmas, and I know you're looking for some great Christmas reads. We have Judy Baker here today, and she has written a fun, kind of magical Christmas story that I know you're going to love hearing about. As always, if you make a comment or ask a question in the comment section below, you will be automatically entered to win a copy of Judy's book, Caribou Magic, and it's magical, and a copy of my book, 6 Kisses for Christmas, that I wrote with my 5 sisters. I hope you'll pick that one up anyway. It is delightful, and you're going to see 6 completely different writing styles that I think you're going to love. So now it is my pleasure on this lovely December day to introduce Judy Baker. Hi, Judy. How are you?
Fine. Hi, Jen. It's so good to be here with you today. And I am so excited to talk about a book of mine.
Oh, it is so great. Well, tell me a little bit how you got into writing and a little bit about yourself so everybody knows.
Okay, I'm originally from Tennessee, so I'm a Southern girl at heart. And I've always had an interest in the West for whatever reason. I grew up in that time when they had Westerns on television, So,
and you don't have much of an accent. I feel like, well, I guess it depends on what part of Tennessee you're from, right?
right. Other than my husband says when I get excited or when I get mad, it comes out.
There you go.
Yeah, and I've been out here a long time too. Right after I graduated, I decided I was going to come out west and teach school for a couple of years and then move back to Tennessee. But when I got out here and I taught school in Nevada, I fell in love with the West. I met a cowboy, married him, never ever went back. Wound up in Utah with my kids. It's just, I love the West and Utah. I really do. So even though I love the South, the West just grabbed my heart. So after we moved to Utah and I had my kids, I used to read a lot, massive amounts of books, and I thought, I can write a book. And so a lot of people think that, but never get around to it.
Yeah.
I did. I wrote one longhand all the way. And when I put the end, I felt it just took me over. I just couldn't believe that I wrote a book. So I put it in a box and I shoved it under the bed. And 15 years later, I think it was like 2004 or 5 that I actually became serious about writing. So now, in this day, I write Western romances under Judy Baker. And then I took the name Anna Sugg. Anna's my middle name. Sugg is my maiden name. And I write contemporary romances.
So the Westerns are historicals, right?
The Westerns are historical romances, yes. My favorite holiday is Christmas. Christmas has always been magical to me, always. So I've written several books, romances on Christmas holidays. And my newest one is called Caribou Magic.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. So before we get into that, because I want to talk about Caribou Magic, you were telling me that you write all of your books longhand first.
I do.
Tell me, and then you like enter them into a word processor.
I do.
So why do you do that?
Well, I found out that either back when I was working, it was easy to pick up a tablet and just continue writing. So I did, and it would just flow, and I would just continue to write. During my lunch hour at work or after, or if I was on the tracks coming home, I'd write. It's just easy for me. And it seems like my brain kept flowing with the writing, you know. I just, things kept coming to me and I just keep writing. It's just something that I've always done. And when I sit down to actually put it on the computer, I don't flow as easy. I flow better when I'm longhand writing, it seems.
Well, you know, there are studies that say handwriting connects your brains and actually helps you think better, retain information better. I know when I'm writing, sometimes if I'm stuck on a scene, I won't write everything, but I'll kind of write down an outline for the scene. And that seems to really help me. So I think that's so interesting. It just, it makes a lot of sense.
It does for me. That's the way I do it. Everybody has to have their own way, you know.
Yeah, everybody has their own process.
That's the way I do it. So I've got tablets and tablets and tablets in a box of my books written longhand. I haven't quite got the heart to throw everything out yet.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, you know, I've still got stuff on my computer from, you know,
I know.
as long as computers were invented. So
Right.
you gotta love it.
I do too. Yeah, you
Well,
got to.
so tell me about Caribou Magic.
Okay, Caribou Magic is a fantasy romance. Okay. My character in this book, she's a veterinarian and she goes to Wyoming to work with this old veterinarian that wants to be able to find somebody to turn his business over to, but he needs somebody special. And she's the one that he chose. She moves to Wyoming because she has this past problem and she needs a new life. She used to love Christmas and now Christmas is no longer magic to her. And so she wants to leave the past behind her and start a new life. So she goes to Wyoming and it's all new to her. She meets this old veterinarian and he has these special caribous, these reindeers that she's in awe over. And he keeps telling her they're magic. Yeah, right. You know, they're magic, you know. And then he has a son that isn't, he's a city guy and he wants to sell his dad's whole business. And so that's the big conflict there. And as it turns out, she discovers the veterinarian is Santa Claus's brother.
Oh, I love it.
And so it just all came together so fun, the magic in it, where she started believing in magic again for Christmas and knew that there was love still that she could give, you know. So anyway, I love it. It's just, it was fun to write it. The little town that is right there by his business is called Caribou, and that's with a K, not a C. And because it's full of these animals, these reindeer all over the place. But these special reindeers of the veterinarian turned out to be very, very special. So it is a fantasy and a romance and a fun Christmas story. Yeah.
Well, we are almost out of time. It's
Okay.
been so fun, but I want to ask you just a couple of really fun questions.
Okay.
What is the worst movie you have ever seen, but that you think everybody should see?
Okay. The worst movie that was really a great movie, everybody loved it, and I hated it, was War Horse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Why did you hate it?
I'm an animal lover.
Mm.
And what the horses went through during that time, I got so nervous. I had to get up and walk out of the theater.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I've seen portions of it, but we went and saw the play in London.
Oh.
And it is stunning. They have these puppets that it's like four people that run, the puppet for this horse. It's amazing, but it is a very sad story for those horses for sure.
It was, yeah, traumatizing to them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's change to a happier note.
Okay.
What is like your favorite romantic movie or one of your favorite romantic movies?
Gosh, I have so many that I love and that I've watched several times. Off the top of my head, The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and
Yeah, and
Ryan Reynolds, but Betty, what's her name?
White. Yes.
Yes,
She is.
I laughed out loud in that movie so hard. It was so fun.
Oh, I love that movie. I adore Sandra Bullock and I adore Ryan Reynolds.
I know. And
So
Betty White was so funny in it. I mean, it's a fun movie to watch.
that's a darling movie and super romantic. I love that one. Okay, so last question. You're stranded on a desert island. Would you rather have a lifetime supply of chocolate or a lifetime supply of toilet paper?
Toilet paper or chocolate? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm very picky with my chocolate. I don't like all chocolates.
Yeah, it can't be like, an M&M.
I would take the toilet paper because if I happen to find a bottle on the island and I could find something to scribble a little note, I could stick it in the bottle and throw it out in the ocean. I don't know. Besides, I'd hate to be caught on an island without any trees or anything to wipe my bottom when I went to bed.
Okay, it just got graphic.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
So good. Thank you so much for being here, Judy. Readers, remember, if you ask a question or make a comment in the comment section below, you'll automatically be entered to win a copy of Caribou Magic and also one of my books, 6 Kisses for Christmas, that I wrote with my 5 sisters. And we hope that you will comment, and we also hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, and hopefully Caribou Magic will be part of that really fun Christmas. Judy, thank you so much for being here. It's been a delight.
Thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me. It was so much fun. I enjoyed speaking to you, and I'm looking forward to answering anyone's questions. And you guys have a Merry Christmas, a magical Christmas.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Thank you.